Despite the public outcry against cattle grazing routes and calls for modern ranching, the Nigerian government has begun the process of tracing and reclaiming cattle grazing routes in the country. The Acting Director, Animal Husbandry Department, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Winnie La Solarin, confirmed this, urging that while cattle ranching had been one of the major options canvassed for herders, not every pastoralist will be able to afford ranching at the moment. In an interview with Punch, she said, "There are some stock routes that we have across the country, and in the past we had monuments along these stock routes, particularly the primary stock route. And in the course of farming or other human activities along those stock routes, the monuments were altered, but we know where they are. So we are saying that some of them can be retraced. And this particularly for areas that are not infringed upon as of now. The pastoralists know the routes, and on some of those routes you will see the pieces of the monuments along them." La Solorin added, "So far, those that are not infringed upon and are not in conflict zones, we will go ahead to retrace and guide the pastoralists along with them. We don't get to where we are today in one day, and we want to expect that every pastoralist should suddenly start ranching now. Some will still have to move, but let's keep the movement as safe as possible and in areas that are not conflict zones." That is what I am saying. We are not going to retreat stock routes where there are infrastructures that are for the public good. Another officer at the Federal Ministry familiar with the development stated that the government was not happy with the killings associated with clashes between the herders and the farmers. The official, who requested not to be mentioned for lack of authorization, explained that the stock routes were in 3 classes. The source said, "We need to create safe places that are easy for them, the herders, to graze their cattle so that they won't need to travel on the road. We have primary and secondary stock routes, and in some cases we have tertiary stock routes." Providing further explanation on the 3 classes of routes, the official said the primary stock routes are the major routes that run in a north to south direction from the Sahel to the coastal market, and then some major routes run interstate from the north, while others run intra-state. The Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Sambo Nano, had announced on Thursday that the Federal Capital Territory and 32 states had registered for the National Livestock Transformation Plan as part of measures to establish grazing reserves in their domain. He also announced that 7 of these states had embarked 400,000 acres of land for the initiative, as the establishment of grazing reserves were currently ongoing in Nasarawa State, Borno, Niger, Kaduna, and some other states. 22 states and the Federal Capital Territory have registered with the NLTP office, out of which 10 states have created their terms, which the federal government has trained, Nano had stated. These people hypocrisy stings to the high heavens. Let's discuss the whole thing. NDA is cited in Kaduna. Naval University is to be cited in Kaduna. Air Force University is cited in Bauchi. Army University in Borno. Transport University is cited in Katsina. Police University is cited in Kano. All these security personnel involve the whole federation, yet challenged to just one region because they claim they have the land mass to accommodate such. Now, a private business owned by a small faction of the northern people wants land from the south for their grazing businesses. Can't they maintain some energy since southern region has limited land space? It's obvious that there is an ulterior motive by the cabals parading as presidency to this so-called project, but they should know that they will never succeed. Someone just dropped that. Government of cows for the cows and by mega cow. The 21st century and what dominates discussion in our country is cow. Letting millions of Nigerians into poverty and always engrossed with how to upgrade cows' living standard doomed government. I see that this country is not ready for peace, rather doing things that would bring more war. Nigeria on my mind towards and after 2023, only God can save us. Let us watch and pray. Alright, someone said animal rearing is another form of economic activities. Therefore, economic care has to be given to it in order to rescue certain social values in our great nation, Nigeria. So, lack of governance care to them will cause most, if not all, the problems we are facing in nationwide. So guys, I'm dropping it here. Hit the comment section and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Bye for now.